Hey guys, Alex here with your Dragon Gate Mercury Rising 2012 review. This is the IPPV from this past Saturday during WrestleMania weekend. All in all, it was a good show. Not as good as the Open the Ultimate Gate show that they had on Friday night, but still a damn good show. So, just get into it with Bobby Fish versus John Davis. It was a pretty good opener. Crowd liked it a lot. It was pretty short though, just under 10 minutes, and had some good action, nice counter moves and everything. So it wasn't bad. Both guys look pretty good. I'm actually kind of like Bobby Fish more. I hadn't really heard of him before, and John Davies either, but I like him a little bit. I'm getting used to him. So 2.5, pretty good, but just really short. Then we had AR Fox versus Arik Cannon. This was really good. Nice back and forth between the two of them. A few good high spots, like AR Fox did a lot of aerial stuff like he always does in his matches. So that was nice. Good near falls too. Like they really built up the near falls. So that was kind of cool. And the ending came with Sami Callihan interfered and beat up AR Fox. I didn't mind it too much just because it helped build this whole feud that they got going on. So I didn't think that hurt at all. So I think that kind of helped, made the match actually kind of feel more important. It's just another part of their feud. And that led into the Sami Callihan Sabu street fight, which had a lot of build up going to it, and I personally didn't like it, and a lot of people didn't actually. It had a few hardcore spots, but most was just kind of like them brawling, like just hitting each other with a chair and fighting in the crowd and everything, and it just didn't feel like it had that big match atmosphere that they've been hyping it around. Like this was like one of the most hyped matches for the show, and I just don't think I felt that big match fight in this feud. Also, there's a lot of interference, like Pinky Sanchez and Arik Cannon were being upset with the beginning of the match, and then John Davis came out and cleared them out. And then they came back during the match and like were down at ringside, so like they took a bump like where Sabu dived at all of them, and then they went in the back, and then AR Fox interfered at the end. It just felt like it just felt a little too much for me. And also AR Fox interfered and caused Sami Callihan the match, which put Sabu over. And my question is, why would you do the whole feud? I felt like was basically there to make Sami Callihan look more credible, give him this big feud to help build him up, give him this, where he's just claiming that he needs to destroy Sabu's and end Sabu's career, and he didn't do it. And so it's like, okay, well, what now? What happens now? And also, like with AR Fox interfering, it just kind of felt like this whole feud with Sabu was just basically help build up a feud between him and AR Fox, which I don't have a problem with, but it just felt that they were hyping this feud so much that it should have been, this is the big deal feud. This is the major feud. It's involved, not a background to AR Fox and Sami Callihan. Just my opinion, but, match wasn't that great, and it just went on way too long. Only 2.5. Sorry, I feel bad. But I like the feud, though. I like the idea of it, but it just didn't work out that well. Then we had the Chuck Taylor Invitational match. This was originally the Pac Invitational, but Pac put himself in the main event because CIMA was still suffering a neck injury, and they didn't want to risk him in the main event, I guess, which, it didn't bother me. But CIMA was actually in this match, so that was kind of cool. But this was Lince Dorado, Samurai Del Sol, Rick Swann, CIMA, Chuck Taylor, and special guest El Generico, which the crowd really was excited for. This match was really good. This was a really good match. A lot of high-flying action. Everyone got a really good chance here to shine, and they all did great. I really enjoyed watching these guys work. Chuck Taylor is probably the only one that didn't really do a lot, and he's just playing the cowardly heel. Everyone else in this match was a face, so that's fine. But Lince Dorado and Samurai Del Sol were really good. CIMA and Rick Swann were great. El Generico awesome as always. Just everything was great. Got a lot of time too. In like the last I think like 5 minutes or so, like where everyone was just running in the ring, doing spots, was really cool, and that was really fun. The crowd was really going up for that, and had some good near falls too. So really fun match. 3 3/4, a lot of fun. Then they had the intermission. They came back with the Scene versus Dos Bendejos. Short tag match, but it wasn't bad. But it had some good stuff here too. Both teams looked pretty good. Dos Bendejos were pretty cool too. I thought they were pretty decent. And the Scene actually kind of impressed me here a little bit. I'm still not huge on them, but I'll give them a shot and see what they can do. But 2.5. It was just a short match, so you can't really get much out of it. Then we had the Open the Freedom Gate Championship match with Johnny Gargano versus Yamato Yoshino. This was awesome match. I have never really seen a Freedom Gate Championship match, so I was kind of excited. And I've never seen Johnny Gargano in a big match before. I'm just now starting to watch Dragon Gate a little bit more, getting into it more. So this is kind of cool to see how he did, and these guys were really good. Great technical wrestling, really good counter for counter move. Really built up the idea that Yoshino has the submission hold that like no one has broken out of, and Johnny was able to break out of it for the first time. One point Yoshino did Johnny Gargano escape on him, and Johnny was able to counter it. And a lot of good action here, really good stuff. Like I said, really great technical wrestling match. Had a few nice like dives to the outside and everything, but really just more of a ground-based mat wrestling match, and that was really cool. Both guys were really great. I'll give it 4 stars. And after the match, Chuck Taylor beat up Johnny Gargano for a little bit, and so we're probably going to see a match between those two down the road, which should be really good. Can't wait for that. Then we had the main event, which was a 6-man tag: Low-Ki, Akira Tozawa, and BB Hog versus Pac, Ricochet, and Mochizuki. This was awesome from start to finish. Just like it started out with a big brawl at the beginning and just built from there over, and really great stuff. Love the double team moves, especially with Akira Tozawa and BB Hog. They work really well together. I like watching those two work together. Would love to see them tag up more. I know they're in a stable, but I'd like to see them tag more in Dragon Gate USA, and maybe make a run for the open the United Gate tag team titles. So that was really cool. But a lot of holy shit moments here too. Like these guys really went all out. Also, I liked how they kind of mixed all the storylines together. Like Low-Ki and Pac really wanted to get in the ring together. Mochizuki and Tozawa were going at each a lot, and so was him and BB Hawk. So everyone really had like a kind of like a story involved in this match. So that really made it a lot more fun to watch, and got the crowd more into it, I think. And just really great finish too. One complaint about the finish was just like basically the ending happens with Akira Tozawa and BB Hog double teaming Mochizuki, and like hit him with like all these moves, and he kicks out, and then Akira Tozawa hits him with the arm trap German suplex, and then he wins. And I just felt kind of like, oh well, they should have had him hit like another big move. I know that the arm trap German suplex is Tozawa's finisher, but it just kind of felt like after all those moves he hit him with, like they're kicking him in the head and everything, and he still kicks out. It was just kind of, and then just one more move and he's done. Kind of felt a little, I don't know, I don't want to say flat, but just kind of like, oh, okay, it's done. But it was still good though, a lot of fun. I still rate this 4.5 stars. Probably one of the best matches of the weekend. I don't know if I'd rate this high. I don't know if I rated this higher or lower than the main event from last night, but I think this match is probably better than the last night one. I can't remember what I rated it, but both these shows were great. If you're not a fan of Dragon Gate USA, you deserve to check these two matches out, or these two shows out. They're both really great, and I wasn't a huge Dragon Gate guy. I followed it here and there, and I thought it was really cool, and I haven't really watched it, so I'm now getting into it more, and I'll probably watch more shows now. So really enjoyed it. All in all, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Not as good as the night before, but still very good. And highly recommend you guys watch the show. So take care. That's it for now. Bye.